Hello and welcome to, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just trying stuff. Basically, Sundays, I try and not do some tech, but I call my brother, I try and call the fam, and I just thought it would be funny. So if you can notice in the background, we do have the dogs and the chickens. So trying to they are getting used to each other. Okay, hold on, gotta check that the mermaids are in the shells, which I will say, I know you guys are like, I don't have the body for that. Mermaid tail, favorite part about it, look it, covers that part of you that you're like, this part goes up when you're in the skinny part. So I love that. Elle, come here. Ella, come here. Give her some space. Come here, girls. Ella and Holly, come here. Dolly wants to go with her sisters. Please give her some room. Ella Renee. Ella, come here. I know, they all ran past you. Dolly is scared. Come here. Thank you. Come here, Ella. Come here. You know how to come here. Give Dolly some space. Come here. Doll, come here. This is a good girl. This is a good girl. Dolly, come here. Bumbles, you gonna tell her? Show her to get there over there. Good job, girls. So obviously, we didn't just let the chicks out, and the dogs, they've been going potty by each other and hanging out for a while now. So just wanted to show a little of that. Obviously, I would love to make eye contact with you guys, but I have to keep my eyes on the chicks and the dogs. I don't know why Dolly is staying in there with Karen, but that's interesting. Long story short, I asked Gage because I have a really hard time, you guys. I know it may not seem like it because I talk so fast that you would think, oh, your speech, your conversation, everything's fine. But I know a lot of times, like, Mom and Gage can attest to it. So my ideas, all those kind of executive functioning, the, critical thinking, planning out, that kind of stuff, takes a little bit more time. So I was hoping this may kind of be the in-between. We can maybe have a podcast where we answer you guys' questions and just like talk about like the random topics that we like to talk about during mermaid time, but mermaiding. I did put a donate button. I was super excited. I can't believe I was so late to the game. Usually on my Survivor group, I just focus on when people say posts about stuff that I find relevant, because something with a brain aneurysm, your brain, they don't know that much about it. On top of that, everybody's brain is different. All the aneurysms are so different, and there is so little research done about it, you guys, that it is insane. So you're constantly met with, I would have parts of my face go completely numb for not just like minutes, I'm talking like days at a time, and they would say, oh, I was so numb. And that's what I'm saying, just smash your tail. We don't know. Nobody knows about the brain. Everybody's brain is different. So, the brain, it's brain aneurysm research group. Don't, that's yucky stuff. The face is good. Don't like the chemicals. Not the chemicals. So just to show you guys though, she is a rescue pit bull. I did not own her from a puppy. She was a year. She was just over a year when we rescued her. So a girl pit bull, rescue pit bull, and a girl, female, Akita. Most people would say we'd never be able to be around each other. I was very vocal. They wrestled. But I'm just saying, you saw them around the chickens. It's all about how you raise them, the positive reinforcement. So like, I work with children. I'm just saying, it's all about life. Like, if you can just try to be a little bit more positive. It doesn't always work. I'm not saying I'm not perfect. I have days, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys with the YouTube, with my vlogs, with the podcast. Like, I'm still trying to understand the technology, but it's like, I cannot write fast enough, and I can't put out what I'm trying to say. So I feel like that's why I call my mom and I engage and I ask them a lot of time for their advice on if I'm not saying something correctly or does that make sense, because I realize but that's your brain and that's life. Like, I mean, that's being in a relationship, being Patrick. Just because I say something doesn't mean that he understood my message, like what I was saying to him. Like, everybody understands something differently. So, Mermaid time is just some time to unwind and have some fun. So I don't know what part of this page is going to be used or if any of it, but I called him, like, well, I don't know if I should just start vlogging every day. I don't think I can do it, because I know that the pearls, you're like, why don't you just shuck every day? Trust me, if I could just shuck every day, I got myself in that mess. I did that once. Patrick goes, just shuck every day. It's not that big of a deal. Well, all the behind the scenes, everything I started to do to make Mermaid time better, being able to see your pearls in the sunshine, being able to see them before you pick your jewelry, all those things were stuff that I wanted to see when I was just a customer. So that's just something that I care about, but I don't know, like, that's me, you know, if I can use a coupon code, so I don't want to bug you guys, but I hate that you don't see everything. So please let me know. So just so you guys know, I read every comment. In fact, I save a lot of them because they help me. Like, I don't think I can do this, or I'm just, you know, anybody needs to save those. I want to thank the teacher who gave me that suggestion. It was actually working in special education, which was a really great idea, because some days you come home, you know, bloody, bruised, beaten, and just at your wit's end, and then you look at a picture that they drew for you, or you read, you know, something that they wrote for you, which is, and that's what, like, I feel like for you when I read, because there are kids fighting daily battles, and, like, I complain because it used to be that easy. At least I had that. I mean, and I say sometimes that's almost more frustrating, because I used to know a different way to do things, and now relearning how to do stuff as an adult is completely frustrating. But, you know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Listen, I had Betty my rescue. She was 3 years old. It wasn't until she was 4, it took me a full year, but she finally learned how to shake. Maddie, our pug French bulldog, is 10 years old, and she is now dieting and looking good. Just seeing, like, it may be more frustrating, because I feel like as you become an adult, you become better at knowing how to do stuff. Oh great, I bet you guys can't hear any of this. You could hear some of that, because a lot of that was really important, but I just want to say that, and I struggle with it, and everybody does, and that's what this is what I'm trying to do, is this is also for me, so that I can look back, and on days when, I mean, if they have to cut my head open, whatever they have to do, if, you know, if I trip while walking the dogs and I break my face, or if something happens, like, you just sometimes need that reminder. Sometimes hearing it from somebody else helps. Hearing it from yourself really helps. But just, you know, focusing on the good. And even when there were so many things that were so difficult for me, I just remember, and that's why, like, I really do try to start my day. And that's why when people ask, like, how are you so positive? How do you do this? I'm like, I thank my lucky stars that I fell into special education and I started working with those children, because every day I met these little warriors who overcame so much and never complained, because they didn't know any other way. That's just, I have a harder time with math. There was no this is how it used to be. So when I get frustrated and I say, like, I remember how easy it was. Sorry, I always get really emotional when I talk about the kids or the aneurysm. So I try to keep it together during the lives and for a lot of the videos, because, like, I just know, well, plus I was raised in a no crying, so, you know, you try to be like, hey, I got this, I'm not a big baby, but it's okay to cry, and it's okay to have happy tears, and these are, like, proud tears. So rambling, don't know where I fell off. Like, I have to remind myself, even though I lived it, it's like, Tawnie, there was a part when, like, just flexing your toes was hard. Like all the built up spinal cord fluid and blood in my brain and everything. And the scary part is, like, they tell you, is this temporary? Hopefully. We don't know though. So when you learn to take every day. Anywho, don't want to be all crying all mushy, but Gage, don't edit out all the stuff. I think it's kind of cool when I say Gage. So I just want to say a big special thank you. Since I am not tech savvy and all of this stuff, I would not be able to do any of this stuff if it wasn't. First of all, Gage saved me. If I would have stayed at the bottom of that bathtub, I know I would be dead. So I thank him, I thank my dad, I thank my mom, I thank everybody who sent healing vibes, prayers, whatever you believe in, whatever you said, whatever good thoughts, intentions you sent my way. Thank you. I know that I can handle more. I know that I can get through all of this. So just wanted to say thank you. Let's see if the chicks will come out, because that'll be perfect. So this is what I try to do sometimes when I'm messaging you guys. I try and answer some messages this way. I will say I'm getting some stuff still here, but the work when you have to answer messages like this, it's pretty amazing. It's really cool just because I've always been at home in the water. Also, always good is to sometimes just take some time. We're always like, today, you know, oh, I should do this, I should do that, I should garden, I should clean, Patrick's coming home, I need to do all this. I'm going to clean later, but right now, it's beautiful, it's perfect. I'm gonna swim and do what I feel like is gonna be so cool, but it's probably not. Oh, yeah, I fell. Oh, yeah, not cool. Oh, not cool at all. We got a bird feather in there. Yeah, this is the real Tawnie the Mermaid. Don't flip my cup over. Obviously, I have a cup obsession. Big gulp. I mean, awesome. Oh, by the way, you guys, please comment. I just share anytime I have something like these are cool little cups that they can float. And if you're in the sand or like the dirt, stick it in there. So for tailgating, super excited for that. I just find stuff when I'm searching online. I share it just like SandCloud. I am an ambassador because anybody can be an ambassador. You just sign up. It's really, really easy. Then you get a coupon code. So that's why I signed up for that. So I get a coupon code because who doesn't love a coupon code? And Rainbow Optics is just someone that I've been really passionate about. I love their sunglasses. They make me feel great. I've given them shout outs and they've put my picture on there, and I'm even on the website for a little bit. Let's see how long. I'm not a rep yet though, so I don't have any coupons codes to give you guys for that. Someone that I'm just passionate about. This is FinFun. They do the FinFun 5 is a coupon code anyone can use. Something that I just tried. However, I will say now, after swimming with it a lot and swimming every day, I did invest in not the mermaid tail being a silicone, but the fin. I did get a mono fin instead of a fin. I got the mono fin, the Phineas, which I want to say a big shout out to Vancouver Mermaid. So Courtney the Mermaid. She is wonderful. I used her coupon code. I watch her because I love that she's just about mermaid being, guys, and she's about the community. And she said she's gotten a lot of hate because she doesn't use a silicone mermaid tail. But now that mertailers, or I apologize, brain aneurysm, I can't remember everybody, but somebody said that, you know, now they're coming out. Finfolk is coming out now with fabric tails. And so she said, you know, like silicone costs not only tons of money, it is really heavy, so she enjoys it. Now I'm going on a mermaid marketing mania thing. Am I going to be judged? Am I going to be the only one in a fabric mermaid tail? Probably. Do I care? No. Am I there for myself? Yes. I'm there for me and the Mermaid Squad to show everybody that, like, you can try something. If you don't think you're going to be good at it, who cares? I was nervous, and then I started realizing the people who are going to judge me, I don't care. The people who are going to support me, thank you. You're going to support me if I do amazing, okay, or if I fail, because this is my first try. You have to start somewhere. You have to try. And I know, like, it's scary, and that's why, like, it's almost scarier putting it out on social media because it's video documented. But you know what? That's something to give myself pride to show myself how far I've grown, and that's something that the pros have shown me, that I get to look back. Like, it's so cool. I watch my memories of like where I came from and how much I grew and how well I'm doing, adding, reading people's names. I mean, all of these things, you guys, that are very simple. It seems like silly stuff that people mess up all the time. So it's not a big deal, but like completely frustrating when you were an adult and you went from, I always say it, an A student to like a C- student. I feel like I was doing great at life. I do things very simply, and now everything is a lot harder. I'm average, and it's hard, and that's okay. Of course I drink like a fish. I'm a mermaid. No, nobody else is here. This is me all the time. Anybody who has known me for a long time has said that I should have GoPro on me because silly stuff happens and I am ridiculous all the time. The aneurysm just skyrocketed with that, so I wanted to get the chicks to go back in. Also, I don't know when we could put this in. If we could do a podcast. So we want to do a podcast, me and Gage. I just feel like with his Tourette's, my aneurysm, we just have like a unique perspective, and that's what I don't want anyone to think, that because obviously an aneurysm is a very unique thing to happen. So I don't want you guys to ever feel like I'm belittling or saying like, oh, this is how hard. Like, I just want you to show that even like anybody, you know, even before my aneurysm, you have good and bad days. So all of this stuff, I just want you guys to know that we are here. It might take a day or two, but please, all the comments, they fuel me. I love them. So even if I don't respond to it right away, comment, YouTube, Instagram, everything is Tawnie the Mermaid. So my Instagram is Tawnie the Mermaid, Facebook, Tawnie the Mermaid. If you do the @Tawnie the Mermaid, you'll go right to the business page. My personal page is Tawnie Romero Golick. But you should be able to type in Tawnie the Mermaid, go right there. Also, my Twitter is Tawnie the Mermaid. My Snapchat, though, I don't know how to change it. It's TRose122, because that's T for Tawnie. Rose is my middle name. 122 12/2. That's my birthday, December 2nd. So that's my Snapchat. Do a little bit more behind the scenes. Basically, more of the chickens. More of the chickens. Just stuff like this. Like, usually I'm answering messages and I'm like, hi, little chick. Hello. Oh God. More than I ever thought I would. Are they all gonna go together? So Dolly is the black and white. Bumblebee is in the front with the mostly white and black, the big ones. All white is Pearl. And then the two in the back are Rhodey and Karen. I can't tell the difference. Rhodey is my grandma's name. Her name is Rosalie, and I couldn't say Rosalie, so I call her Rhodey. And then Karen is my mom's name. My fiance thought that'd be funny. Hi, chickies. And Patrick planted herbs up there, so I know if you're like, but that's what's really cool about chickens, is they know what they can eat and what they cannot. So they're going through the herbs. I don't know with vlogs if you're supposed to set goals, but for me, I thought just showing things that I never thought were possible, like the chickens poolside. Hey there, Rhodey. Holly, it's okay. Don't scare them. Don't scare the chick. Okay, can't breathe anymore. If you don't think you can do something, look it. I didn't think that people told me I couldn't live back in California. Look it, I am in a mermaid tail with chickens and dogs outside. So anything is possible. I'll keep showing you guys some other things. Like, for example, I just found out the brain aneurysm foundation is, let's look it up so I don't sound like an idiot. So basically the coolest thing is it's gonna provide support and education materials to the medical community for brain aneurysm. So it is the Brain Aneurysm Foundation. I'll scoot over, bums. Get him. Get him. Get him. Hi, bub. Hey, dude. I scoot. So, anyways, I'm raising the money because, first of all, I just want more awareness, education, and even if you can only donate $1, I understand it's hard. Times is hard. Summer, you're saving up for vacations. I went a little crazy at Disneyland. So I feel ya. But all I want to say is, if you don't think it can happen, it can happen. I had more people donate than I thought. I thought each person would only donate $1. So the fact that I have that many is amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you to, big thank you to Melissa, who has been such a great supporter, and also to Megan. Thank you. So thank you, thank you. Also, the coolest thing with it, you guys, but what they said is, I didn't realize it started in July. They said whoever raises the most money is going to get to actually sit in on the panel, be a part of this huge thing that's going on. Okay, well, basically, if you could fundraise, then you get to actually sit in on their meeting. So what I just think would be really cool, because just being so young, it happened to me at 28, and I just feel like so many of the doctors the one doctor ignored my symptoms because he saw how young I was. So I wish more doctors would listen and not just go, I get it. You get a lot of people that come in there all the time, so I understand that. But I told myself every day, like, I wouldn't have let it go on that long. But I was like, he didn't even scan you. Like, he didn't even think it was worth, like, checking what's going on in there. Like, they shot you with nerve blockers. He patched you up with a boo-boo, gave you some pain meds, and said, get over it. So get over it. So I just want to urge everybody, please, 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 trust your gut. Doctors are amazing. Doctors are why I'm alive today. Doctors and medical science is why I'm still alive today. But thank God for that extra special something and all the people who looked out for me.